Hi guys. Okay, this is going to cover Friday, Saturday and Sunday because I've been unwell. So I'm going to go straight into Friday and the little bit of stuff I recorded then. I've been feeling ill all weekend, but I'm starting to pull together. Not 100%, but I think I'll be alright by tomorrow. So let's do Friday. Hey guys, I'm still editing today's vlog. Well, the vlog that would go up today. That's actually yesterday's vlog. I'm still editing it because I'm running a little bit late today. It should have been up a couple of hours ago. It should have been done a couple of hours ago anyway, but just got a parcel here, so I'm going to get straight into it because I think I know what it will be. Can we see it? A little bit? Yeah. Because it should be my tripod. They've done the Amazon Premium stuff on it. I don't have Amazon Premium. I didn't go for it because I didn't see a point. So, let's get straight into this. Massive, massive box for this. Hopefully they sent me the right one. Is it the right one? SLR Zoom Joby GorillaPod. Excellent. It's the one that's for heavier, large SLR cameras with zoom lenses and things like that on them. Which is why I picked it up, because we may end up with different lenses on this. There's already a microphone attached to it, and I wanted to make sure that the tripod would work for everything that we need to stick onto it. Oh yeah, this feels solid. Nice tripod base. Looks pretty good on there, doesn't it? So, let's do what I need to now. I need to bend this a bit, because the idea is that it's going to end up bent so I can hold it without you knowing that I'm holding a tripod. That's the idea anyway. Now it's bent like that, so when I put the camera on top, if I'm holding it, you won't see that I'm holding my arm out, because I'll just be able to hold it like that instead of like that. That's the idea. I nicked the idea off Casey Neistat because he does the same thing, and it works really well and really effective for pieces to camera because you can't see my arm holding it up like that. You don't want selfie arm in your vlogs all the time. For a start, it's going to hurt your shoulder, but that, as a piece to camera thing, should work out nicely. Let's try it. Okay, so, as a piece to camera thing, it's framing up very well. You can't tell that my arm's holding the camera. It's in this hand at the moment, and in that hand now, and it's working out really nicely. I can see on the thing that you can't tell my arms are out. They're stretched out like that, but it's still working out quite well. So yeah, I think this was well worth the investment, and it feels very solid. So, Joby, you've made a really nice tripod here. It's looking good. I'm really impressed. Thumbs up. Right, there you are. Very little on Friday, because what happened was, pretty much after I'd opened up the box and got the new, here it is by the way, the new grip, which is great because you can hold it like that and talk, and it's brilliant. Yeah. People who make videos, you won't appreciate what I'm talking about, but everyone else is just going, what are you talking about? That was pretty much all I managed to do, because on Friday I just felt so ill. And I'm still not 100% like I said, but we're getting there. So, I went straight to bed and stayed there until Saturday. So this is what we managed to do on Saturday. I was hoping I'd be better, but not really. I feel okay, but I know that that's because I've just had a kind of monster, and the hangover cure chemicals in it have kind of helped the liver. So, I'm going to go back to work and try and get Game Hammer done. Whoa, it's dark now, isn't it? The biggest issue we have with Game Hammer is that I've got... let's turn the light on. Now, let's try talking again now. The biggest issue I've got with Game Hammer is that I've got all the footage, I've got all of the pieces to camera done. I've just got to make the animations. It's a very basic animation. I never do anything over the top, but it needs to be done, so I've got to get that done today, otherwise it won't get out. And then we'll have the Game Hammer, first one of this year, and it'll be in the first week of the year that I wanted to do it. So, that'll be good, but I can already feel myself getting worn out just walking around and talking to you, so it's going to be a tough day. Okay, what we've got here is a set of animation. I've got the little animations here on the file, and we're running in iMovie, so I've made them all as a series of Photoshop images, which I've then put into the right sequence and 0.2 second intervals. And it's running along quite nicely, but the issue that I have is, of course, that Horace, as you can see here, is standing out of the frame according to the door frames that I've got on the animation. So what I've got to do now is I've just processed out the whole of this animation as one film image, as one film file, and I'm going to go and take an image from this in Photoshop and overlay that back onto it once I've taken out all of the background except for parts of the doors. So all of it will be gone except for parts of the doors. Then I'll overlay that onto this as just a slide that goes over the top of the entire film. And then it'll look like Horace is coming in and out of the frame through the doors. And that'll then get put back into iMovie, run out again as another file, and what'll happen then is I'll have an animation that looks like Horace is chasing me through some doors, and it'll look like it's actually there rather than just being overlaid on top afterward, which is very useful for adding to the suspension of disbelief, which there isn't much of because it's a silly animation with Horace from Horace Goes Skiing and all of that, but it adds to the fun for the thing, and it's just a little bit, like 5 minutes extra work for something that'll look an awful lot better, so I'm willing to do it. And here we have it. The overlay is now on the Horace animation. I pulled it back into iMovie, so we've got a good thing there where it overlays on. So I'm going to run it for you and you'll see how it works. It's not brilliant, it's good enough, but it's not brilliant. See, Horace does run out of it, which is unfortunate, but I'm just going to go with it. There you are, he's actually in the frame according to this now. And there we are, it works. It's good enough. It's good enough for what we're doing. It's a basic 9-second joke. So we'll go with that. It's not the best animation I've ever done, and Horace coming out of the frame does annoy me a little bit. Even the overlay couldn't sort that out. I put him up too high on the screen and I don't really have time to adjust that. So we're going to have to go with it. It's a 9-second joke. It'll be good enough. And there you are. Saturday was mainly just editing videos, and then I just, again, fell ill again. It's like a stomach cold that's stayed and keeps coming back in waves. So that was it for Saturday. Now Sunday, I managed to get out into town today. I'm trying to lose the weight that I put on over Christmas. I'm starting to lose it again. I can see already. I can see my cheekbones again, which is useful. So went into town and mainly for a walk. So we've just been down to. I think I've got this on. Yes, I have. Just been down to CX again because it's always a good thing to have a walk out with somewhere to go. And surprising game hall this time. I'm going to talk about that when we get home. But were you impressed as well, Jen?
Actually, yeah, they had somebody trading a lot of Disney PS2 games. So picked up quite a few I've never really seen about before.
Yeah, stuff that I didn't even think existed, you know, like random stuff that you wouldn't think they'd even bothered with. But there it was, so now we have it. So we just had this interesting experience in one of the charity shops. Jen pointed out that there are books that are obvious rip-offs of 50 Shades of Grey, and I was sent to her. Yeah, the moment that became a bestseller, there was a flood of imitators with the same style of book binding. You know, the black with just a random thing on the front in silver. And it's basically because people like what they already like, and publishers know that. But Jen has a different theory.
Publishers have no imagination, and they'll jump on any bandwagon. It's like with science fiction in the 60s. Stick a rocket on the cover and it will sell.
Yeah.
And we saw that with the Stieg Larsson Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books as well.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's just so blatant as to be pathetic.
But there are some good authors that came out of that. And sometimes talent does shine through, but most of the time it's just dross. But we popped into CX since we were down there, because sometimes you think, well, maybe there's a cheap game, like a 75p game, like that Perfect Dark I got the other day. Then we ended up picking up all of these, because, yeah, there were some cheap games. Someone's traded in a collection. Let's give it a go. 14 games. First up is Hasbro Family Game Night. Now, I'm not aware of this being good or bad or indifferent, but it's got Connect 4, Battleship, Yahtzee, Boggle, Sorry, and Sorry Sliders. So that looks pretty good, and you have to play either as or with Mr. Potato Head. So, yeah, pretty good. Happy with that. Hardly used, my goodness. Manual and game are here. Most of these have been cleaned up and in CX, so that's good. I'm going to put that down there. Next up we have Disney's Stitch Experiment 626. Not a one I'm aware of. It's not one I know, but the guy behind the counter says, oh, I've got that, it's good. So I'm going to enjoy this. I like playing a Stitch on Disney Infinity. He's a fun character, so yeah, this should be fun. It's got its manual and everything. I don't think this is... No, this is a replacement case. 2002, so it would have been a blue one. That's a replacement case, but it's a decent quality replacement case. Madagascar 2. We only picked up Madagascar 1 the other day, and Jen's a big fan of Madagascar, so the moment she saw this, she had to have it. Replacement... No, it's not a replacement case. It's a late issue case, is what I actually meant. Manual and everything's here. Doing well on manuals so far, so that's good. Leaderboard Golf. Yeah, 10p. Hardly used. What a surprise, hardly used. But the manual's here, so that's good. And 2005, but it's got... In that case, if it's 2005, must be a replacement case. Interesting. It's a Midas game, so it's probably not going to be that good. Now, this one I am so happy to have, because I have been trying to find a decent copy of this one to finish this particular part of the collection for a while now. I've got both its sequels, and I've got a separate one from the same character, but didn't have this one for the longest time because I could never find a good quality copy. So I'm finally happy to say I've got Spider-Man. I have 2 and 3. 2 is really good, of course it is. Everyone says it's good. And again, got the manual, decent quality case. Very, very happy to have this. I mean, there are a couple of marks and blemishes on the back, but it's good. It's in the collection, and I'm so happy to finally have it. The Flintstones up next. Bedrock Racing. This is the thing about the PlayStation. If there's something that was a fad, then the PlayStation has 100 versions of it. And kart racing was a fad. So, racing game for the Flintstones. Is it going to be any good? I don't know. It's got that weird green alien thing from the later episodes. But manual's here, good condition case, very happy with that. Now this one, I have no idea where it is, or how it works, or what it's about, but it's Jungle Book. Jungle Book Groove Party. I'm wondering whether it's... Oh, it's a dancing game. Okay, well, that should be interesting. Now, the case itself has that new case feel. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. But look at that. Look at that. It's ruined along the top. So it's slightly out of the case. So I'm going to move it down so it doesn't get damaged any further. There we are. Now, this manual that's with it is pretty thick. I mean, look at the size of that. That's pretty good. Very happy, which means that this weighs a fair bit, but hopefully that's now protected and won't get any further damage on it. Oh, my chair creaks like mad. Now, oh, this one's heavy too. Piglet's Big Game, another Disney one. It's not one I'm familiar with. I think it's going to be a bit like that Winnie the Pooh one I picked up a few days ago. It's damaged on the back there. It's got a bit of a ridge. And the PlayStation thing is gone, but the game is here and the manual's here. Hang on. Two copies of the manual. And apparently this is X-stock from a library. Interesting. Which explains why this one has a sticker on it. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, that can go back in there for safe storage. Everything's here, so that's nice. I'm going to give that a try later on. Now, here's one that the moment I saw it, I grabbed it straight off the shelf, just in case anyone came along and went, "Ooh, I'll have that." Tak the Great Juju Challenge. Yeah, I love my platformers. This is a platformer, if I remember correctly. It was one that, back at the time when it was out, I wanted to play because it looked quite interesting. But, here's the thing. I didn't have the cash to get it, so I never got it. And then when I did have the cash, it wasn't around. This is another ex-library one. I'm gonna pull these stickers out. Someone's basically bought up a library stock of PS2 when they've stopped renting them out. And now they've traded them into CEX, and I've got stuff all over the place because of it. So hopefully it'll be alright. I mean, it is ex-rental, so that explains why the manual's a bit damaged. But I've seen manuals in worse condition, let's put it that way. And it's got a code along the disc. That probably corresponds with the original code and the library. Yeah, it's the library code. Alright, well that's not a problem. I mean, the game's there and it's got its manual. I can deal with that. So I'll be playing that one because I'm very happy to have it. Finally, I can play a game that I've wanted to play since I was 22. My goodness, that takes me back. Now this one, I've seen on the shelf in CX in Bolton for the last 4 months. And every time I go in, I pick up a load of games and then can't justify an extra £1.50. Well, today I went, no, I'm having it before it goes away, because there were 2 copies this time, and this one was the better condition copy. It's Area 51, apparently it says. It could be the PS2's best FPS ever. Well, we'll wait and see on that one, shall we? But really nice condition cover, and Area 51 manual. Plus, what is it with people not removing the security tabs? I wonder how many years this has been in here. 2005. So this security tab has been in this game for about 12 years. Through at least one owner, possibly more, and they never got rid of it. I don't understand how people can do that. Whenever I see a security tab in a game that I've bought, I take the security tab out of the game because I don't want it rubbing on the manual or anything like that. I mean, what happens if you close it quickly and the manual gets caught in the tab or something like that? It's not worth the risk. Speaking of things that got damaged, Donald Duck PK finally got a copy. I've seen this about 5 times now, and every single time it's damaged beyond repair. This one is in really nice condition. The case feels pretty good. Oh, it's another excellent. Someone really has just bought up an entire library's worth of games, and then they've sold on their collection to CEX today. Well, the last couple of days anyway. So, there we are. Now, oh, sorry. See, another one with a manual, with a library code on it. Do these come off? Yeah, they do. It's just a bit of sticky paper. No, they don't. It's been on so long, it's dried on. Oh, well, it's as good as it's going to get for the moment. But Donald Duck PK finally in my collection. I like Donald Duck. He's cool. Another one, I've had this one in the collection before. Well, I say I had it in the collection. I bought it before and it didn't work on any of my PS2s. So I had to take it back even though we had it cleaned. And hopefully this time we've got a copy that will work. XGRA, the Extreme G Racing Association. Yeah. Defy the laws of gravity. Well, I actually quite liked the Extreme G Racing that we played before. And, yeah, the manual's really shagged out. But it's here. And the case is in reasonably good condition. I mean, there's bits and notches and knocks and stuff on the back, but we'll get through it. Next up, almost at the end. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to bed after I've filmed this. I'll edit the vlog in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just exhausted at the moment. Shaun White snowboarding. I love games like this. The SXX ones are fun. They're all basically taken off the Tony Hawk style. I don't know whether there was a game before Tony Hawk that did that sort of style. What's that? Skate or Die or something like that? Was that before Tony Hawk? It may have been. That was a fun game. When I was at university, one of my roommates in my 3rd year, not roommates, my housemate David in my 3rd year, he had a thing, I think it was called Skate or Die or something like that. It was a PS1 game, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing that until he got a copy of Tony Hawk 3, Pro Skater 3 on the GameCube, which is why when we left that house, he moved on and did, I think he's a film critic or something like that now. He's had a good career. And I went off and did the civil service thing. I ended up buying a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 from my PS2 because it was so much fun. He got me into this, into these trick games, the Extreme Sports Tricks games. So, thank you, David, for that, because it's a lot of fun. It's given me days worth of fun by now, the amount of times I've played that. Good quality case on this one. The manual's a bit shagged, but it'll do. So, that's going to be a fun addition. Look at the sticker on the back. Is it coming off? Not really. Ugh. I'm going to have to clean all these up. Right, last but not least, finally part of the collection. I've been looking at this. I think it's in an anthology with 3 games, and I had 2 of the 3, so I couldn't justify 10 quid for an anthology of 2 games I've already got, plus 1 that I don't. It's Rayman Revolution. I'm very, very happy to finally have this, especially in such good condition. This is clearly a replacement case, but the manual looks great. The inlay is in great condition. The game is in good condition, so I'm very, very happy. Great to add it to the collection. I think it's going to be a fun game to play as well, because, well, like with the others, it's a platformer, and I love my platformers. So anyway, 14 more games to add to the collection, which means we should be at 39%, or just over 39%. Won't be up at 40 yet, but we're getting so close. This year, my aim is to try and get to 50% of the collection or more. And it's going to get harder now, because as we approach 1,000 games, oh my goodness, 1,000. You know, when I started this collection last year, I had about 25 PlayStation 2 games. Now we've got near 1,000, and the majority of them are £1 or under. PlayStation is still very cheap to collect for if you're into that, so I recommend it because there's some really good stuff that you can get for pocket money. But yeah, as we're approaching 1,000, it's going to get harder to find games. I know that is. We're still got a long way to go. The current UK PAL total that people think, no one's entirely sure, no one's had a proper catalogue of these, but we think the UK PAL releases for PS2 are around 2,240 odd. So it's still a long way to go, but some of them are really limited run. Some of them are just, you don't find them anywhere because no one bought them. So it's going to get more difficult, but I'm going to try and get at least 50% by the end of the year. And that will be fun collecting. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked this, and if you did, remember to click the like button. You know the rules. Check back tomorrow. Do subscribe and check back tomorrow for more, because there will be another video tomorrow. I'm going to get back to daily vlogging now that I'm feeling better. But right now, I'm exhausted. I need to go and rest. I'll see you tomorrow.